put down those New Year's resolutions around physical health, walking more, exercise, diets, doing all those should things that you know that you've always needed to do but never done, because it's a bit of a trap. I actually want to work with you around developing something different that is based on what's important to you, and actually is going to give you a better chance of succeeding and moving forward on something that makes sense, that resonates with you. Because a lot of those resolutions make sense logically, logically and rationally. We should take care of ourselves. We should be more orderly. We should be more organized. But if we get drawn into shoulds, often we can get really disappointed and beat ourselves up. So it's not to say that we shouldn't have goals, but how about we actually focus first on our values, right? What are your values? So what I want you to do is pause this video in a sec, grab a piece of paper and a pen, or just your phone or your laptop. And what I want you to do is I want you to write down all of these words that I'm going to read out. And any word or value that I'm going to read out that resonates, that actually, has a bit of energy about it, that is interesting, that you get excited about or feel positive about, I want you to put a tick next to it. And we'll come back to the list at the end and explain what to do next. Okay? So I'm going to run through some values and literally just writing them down. And obviously you can hit pause if you need to catch up if I'm a bit too quick. Okay, so here we go. Authenticity, freedom, order, creativity, mindfulness, honesty, sexuality, acceptance, contribution, gratitude, friendliness, fairness/justice, caring, self-care, industry, responsibility, fun, respect, excitement, courage, compassion, skillfulness, connection, persistence, and a few more. Sensuality, intimacy, flexibility, safety, trust, fitness, encouragement, kindness, cooperation, love, adventure, curiosity, assertiveness. So write them all down and just kind of take a moment, and you can go back and tick some more words that resonate with you. Usually it's good to have about 5 or 6. You can have more, that's okay. And some of these kind of overlap too. So you might have respect and trust, or fairness and respect, or intimacy and sexuality. It's actually okay if there's like a umbrella grouping of words. Okay, so now we've got our list of words, our values, or a list of values, and then some of those words ticked. But what do we do with them? I want you to then narrow down those values to 5 or 6. And then I want us to think about those values that personally resonate with you. And because it needs to be your values, your kind of compass that helps guide you through your life. Okay? So one of my values is adventure. So adventure to me is I like to be spontaneous. I need to book in a holiday here and there that I get excited for. Otherwise, life to me feels a bit boring, feels a bit bland, right? And therefore, adventure is a bit of a pillar in my life to help make sure that I'm living the life that I want to live, okay? So adventure to someone else might be someone pushing themselves outside of their comfort zone, or not staying in the one place for too long, right? Because they also might get bored or need different stimulus or different environments to keep life interesting, okay? So those are some of the differences related to adventure. So think about your word and think about what that means to you behavior-wise. What does your life look like if that value was close. Okay? Now let's do a little bit of an assessment of your life right now. So if you have your words, and let's say adventure is one of your words, how close does adventure feel in your life right now? Right? Does it feel like the furthest away, like the furthest planet that you can't even see right now because it's not really happening? Or does it actually feel pretty darn close because you literally just got back from a trip, or you went skydiving last week, or you did something really cool with the kids, and that felt really adventurous and nice, right? And don't think that this has to be this massive, amazing thing that you have a Europe trip or climb a volcano. It's just about what resonates or what feels good and needed for you to have a purposeful life. Okay? So if adventure is really far away, for instance, I'm wondering, out of your list, what is the closest? You can actually feel it happening, you can see it, behaviors are occurring. So, you might feel that curiosity is a value of yours that feels a bit closer. And there's curiosity because you're doing lots of learning. You're learning a new language. You have different hobbies or different relationships that keep you curious and keep you interested and engaged, right? And that's why curiosity feels close, because you can see it happen, right? So now we have a bit of a scorecard at the end of 2025, or a snapshot using our values on how close are these values right now, and therefore what is missing. If adventure is far away, maybe we need to go and organize something related to adventure. Maybe we need to think about how our life is related to adventure, and maybe tweak things or change things, because guess what? Our values should follow us. They should follow us in our relationships, follow us in our work, follow us wherever we go. And stressful things happen in life, and work can't always be adventurous, right? But if you're literally showing up to work all the time and you can't see any of your values happening in that workplace, then no wonder it's draining, right? If a sense of fairness is super important to you, but you feel that your bosses are really unfair, or you work for this corporate world that really doesn't care about customers or care about staff, then of course it's going to be bloody harder to get out of bed in the morning, right?